Hello students of 7th standard. We have started the lesson that is nothing but living world adaptation and classification. Before this we have seen many of the adaptations. Now today we are going to see the adaptation in the desert animal. So we know most of our land is covered by the desert, or you can say few percent of the land is converted into desert form. So what does this desert tells us, or you can say the animals whichever are living in the desert, how they are adapted to the desert region, that we are going to see. See here, deserts are characterized by severe scarcity of water. Now whenever you see desert is totally covered by sandy soil and there is a scarcity of water. Where you can't see the trees, there are very little trees and animals are living there, even though the animals are living there. Hence desert animals have a thick skin to prevent loss of water from the body. So as they are living in the desert region, the temperature there is a very hot and everywhere there is a sandy region. Therefore, these animals, they are having a, you can say, thick skin. So how is their skin? Their skin is thick. So why this skin is there? Because they wanted to prevent the loss of the water. Whatever water is available in their body, they have to use it very little as there is a scarcity of the water, or you can say these animals do not get the water always. They have to live only with the scarcity of the water. See here, their legs are long. How are their legs? Their legs are long with flat and cushioned soles. They are having a very flat, or you can say cushioned soles. Why these cushioned soles are there? As they are living into the sandy soil, their legs should not go into the sand. Therefore, there you can say they are having a cushioned soles. The nostrils are prevented by the folds. So they are having the nostrils and the nostrils are prevented by the folds of a skin. Why these nostrils are prevented by the folds of a skin? Because as there is a desert and there is a, you can say, winds are there. As the winds come, the sand may come from one place to the another place, or you can say the sand may come with the help of the wind, and this may go into the nose of the animal. So the nature has provided them folds, or you can say the nostrils are protected by the folds of a skin. Then see, eyelashes are long and thick, and as they have to prevent from the wind and soil, they are having the eyelashes also thick. Rats, snakes, spider, lizards in the desert live in the deep burrows. So where these are nothing but the animals whichever are living into the, you can say, desert. Which are they? See here, rats, snakes, spiders, lizards. These all are living into the desert region. As they can cope up with the nature, that they can live with a scarcity of water. So the nature has, you can say, made these animals to live into the sandy soil, or you can say into the desert region. But where they are living? They are living into the burrows. They are living into the deep burrows. During daytime, that means whenever there is a daytime, they are living into the burrows. As this region has more sunlight, or you can say more hot is there, and to prevent from the sun rays, they live in the burrows during the daytime. And whenever there is a night, they are active, or they come out of the burrows. Next comes Adaptations of animals in a snowy region. Now, before this you have seen the plants adaptation into the snowy region. At that time, what you have seen that the trees are in a conical shape and they are having the leaves which are pointing towards down. Then what does this tells us? That if the snow fall is more, then that snow should directly fall onto the earth, or you can say directly fall onto the leaves and from leaves to the earth. Why this arrangement is made by the nature? Because there should not be accumulation of the snow onto the trees that we have seen. Now here there are also animals whichever are living in the snowy region. We see that in snowy region there is always a snowfall, or you can say temperature is very cold in that region. See here, a white or silver body color, long, thick hair or skin are typical characteristics of the animals of the snowy region. So the animals whichever are living in the snowy regions, they are having white or silver body color and they are having a very long or thick hair on the skin. This is one of the typical characteristics of the animals whichever are present in the snowy region. Adaptations in the aerial animals. Now what do you mean by aerial animals? We know that some birds are flying. These birds are called as the aerial animals, or you can say aerial birds. They have a spindle shaped body. They have spindle shaped body which is called as a body of a birds. Now why they are having a spindle shaped body? They have to minimize the resistance of air. While they are flying, they have to calm the currents of the winds, or they have to go through the winds, and as they have to go through the winds, they have to leave the wind backsides. Then only then they can go into the front direction. So to avoid the, you can say, their currents, the resistance while flying, so these are having the spindle shaped body. They are having also hollow bones. Hollow bones are their body covering with the feathers. They are having a body covering with the feathers, and the modification of forelegs into the wings. That means the forelegs are modified into the wings. Their body is light in weight and adapted for flying. As they want to fly, their body should be very light in weight. Then and then they can fly to a greater height. So their body should be light in weight, and this is the adaptation of the birds whenever they are flying. Then see, body of insects is also light. Whenever you see insects, insects are also flying. The insects are also having the body light in weight. And tappers at both the ends. The body of the insect is also tappering at both the ends. They can fly with two pairs of wings. They are having a pairs of wings. Usually they are having two pairs of wings. They can fly with these two pairs of wings, and also walk with the help of the legs. The legs are stick-like, you can say, काठी सारखे असतात, but they can walk with its leg. The bats can fly with the help of a patagium. Now, the bats are having a patagium. Patagium means what? There is a one skin fold attached to the legs and to the body. That is called as a patagium. It is nothing but a thin fold of a skin between the forelegs and hind legs. The next point we are going to see, that is nothing but adaptations in the reptiles. Now see, reptiles. Reptiles are the animals which are creeping on the ground, or they are crawling on the ground. So we are seeing the adaptations of the reptiles. What it is here? Observe from a distance how snakes and earthworms creep. What they do? Earthworm and snakes, they creep on the ground. They are not having the legs, but even though they creep on the ground. How they are creeping? They are using their body to creep. That are nothing but the snakes and earthworms. They are not having the legs. In the ancient time, the snakes were having the legs. But as they did not use their legs, the legs become the vestigial organ or vestigial part, and after few days, these legs were disappeared. We know that. So, adaptations in the reptiles shows that snakes and earthworm creeps. Which organs do they use for the creeping? They are not having the legs, or they are not having the hands. Now, which are the organs they are using for creeping? See here. Are there a special changes for that purpose? So, whenever you see, are there any special changes for this purpose? No. Note such changes. Animals like house lizard. Now see here, you want to note these changes which the animals like house lizard, or you can say garden lizard, crocodile, use their muscles for creeping. Whenever they are creeping, they are, even if they are not having legs, or if they are having the legs, then they are using their muscles for the sake of the creeping. Similarly, they show adaptations in their skin. They show adaptations in their skin. They are having soles at their feet, or you can say body color. Some of the, you can say, animals like chameleon, which is nothing but found in the, you can say, desert region. It shows body color whenever it is walking. That means various body colors are formed on its body whenever it is walking. Next here, for example, the house lizard and monitor lizards, they are having a clawed toes. Now, why they are having clawed toes? These clawed toes are with a thin soles. Now, whereas snakes have a scaly skin, which with this they are creeping.